we go. Green flag will wave off a turn to number 4, and we are off and running night number 3 at King of America 6.
USRA B-Mod A-Main underway. Scott Bent's going to jump to the race lead on the 1S. He'll take the lead in the back straight away. Isaacs and Tanner side by side now for the runner-up spot. We've got one off the pace. Jake Richards diving off onto the infield. We'll see if we get him onto the infield. We will, and Isaacs will lead in 6.
Lucas Isaacs will show the way up into turns 1 and 2. They go 3 wide behind him as Scott Bentz falls back to 3rd. The 7XXX Josh Everhart under attack from the defending USRA B-Mod National Champion Andy Bryant down to the inside of Everhart as Isaacs leads once again in car 6.
Good racing throughout the field early here in the B-Mod A-Main. Bonner Springs, Kansas racer Lucas Isaacs. He'll show the way by a car link. Mike Tanner, Scott Bentz. A good 3-car runaway here for a moment. Good 3-car battle behind him as well. Let's see if Isaacs can hang on and drop it. There goes Bentz to 2nd and 1.
Bentz got a huge drive that time through the middle of turn 4 to get back around Mike Tanner in the 20T. Now pulling away from Tanner down the back straightaway as Everhart runs in 4th. Andy Bryant still rounding out the top 5. Then it's Yancey Shepard alongside Ethan Isaacs in 66. Everhart off the pace off of turn number 4 and heads up his right. A good call of the caution there to slow the field before they got into the back of Everhart. And we will bring this one to a slow with 4 laps in the books.
Down to the green flag, this time by Bentz, Tanner and company, hot at his heels. We are underway, 4 and 16 to go.
Now in the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2, Mike Tanner jumps up into 2nd ahead of Scott Bentz. The 28 of Andy Bryant side by side with Ethan Isaacs down the back straightaway. Those two wheel to wheel for 4th into turns 3 and 4, but it's still Lucas out in front in 6.
Lucas Isaacs, Mike Tanner, Scott Bentz, Ethan Isaacs, and Andy Bryant. Sitting in the top 5 right now, a 3/10 of a second advantage for Lucas Isaacs right now to the back straightaway. Side by side, here comes Andy Bryant. Bryant now will take a look to the inside of Ethan Isaacs. They race hard into turn number 3, but it is still Isaacs in 6.
Great battle for that 4th place spot for time being. It's Isaacs that holds off Bryant. Now how about Yancey Shepard? A little bit of contact there with Andy Bryant. Tried to make it 3 wide. Not quite enough room to work with, but Shepard will get the spot down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4.
Good racing throughout the field, as we said. They're 2 and 3 wide all the way around the Hummer. It's Lucas Isaacs. Then it'll be the 20 of Tanner, the 1S of Bentz, the 66 of Isaacs, and Yancey Shepard now to the top 5. Colt Denner into the top 6 here in 02 as we get set to come to another lap in for Isaacs in 6.
And last time down the front straightaway, Andy Bryant was big time out of shape. We'll keep an eye on that 28 car as he runs behind Colt Denner through turns 1 and 2. Out in front, it's still Lucas Isaacs showing the way. Mike Tanner in 2nd. Here comes Scott Bentz back to the inside.
Great side-by-side battle for the runner-up spot there as Scott Bentz drove to the bottom, and he almost pulled the slider, not quite enough. He and Mike Tanner side-by-side here for that 2nd spot. Your leader, Lucas Isaacs, beginning to drive away just a bit. He's happy those guys running door-to-door as he's pulling off in 6.
Fantastic race for 2nd as Scott Bentz works to the inside of Mike Tanner. Now he rolls up behind him through turns 1 and 2. And this time Tanner will pull away down the back straightaway, so it's still Lucas Isaacs out in front. 2nd runs Mike Tanner off of turn number 4. It's still Scott Bentz in 3rd, followed by Ethan Isaacs and Yancey Shepard.
Ethan Isaacs now putting some pressure on Bentz here. That's for that 3rd spot down the back straightaway to continue to be Lucas Isaacs, Mike Tanner. So far, Scott Bentz able to hang on to the 3rd spot, but Ethan Isaacs getting pretty racy in 66.
Lucas Isaacs still rolling out in front of this one untouched. Scott Bentz still trying to find a line to go to work on Mike Tanner down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on Ethan Isaacs as he closes in on Scott Bentz this time. He'll take a look underneath coming off of turn 4.
Still side by side for that 3rd position. Your race leader, Lucas Isaacs, with an 8-car linked and growing advantage at the front of the field. Mike Tanner running a solid 2nd, then it's Benson, it's Isaacs, and it's Yancey Shepard still top 10 strung out here behind your leader, Lucas Isaacs in 6.
Lucas Isaacs rolling through turns 1 and 2. A half a straightaway advantage over Mike Tanner, who runs a distant 2nd. Scott Bentz still in 3rd. 4th is Ethan Isaacs, and 5th still runs Yancey Shepard just outside of the top 5. It's Colt Denner and Andy Bryant.
15 laps in, 5 to go here in this 1,000 to win. USRA B-Mod A-Main. Look at the battle for 2nd. Here comes Bentz. Scott Bentz maybe saving his tires just a little bit through the middle part of that event as he's gone to the bottom of the racetrack. Isaacs to the outside, but Lucas continues to stretch it out up front in 6.
Scott Bentz may have him this time, too close to call, but it's Ethan Isaacs that's the one to watch right now as he goes 3 wide off of turn number 2. Isaacs to the inside, Bentz in the middle with Tanner up top. They're still 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. A great battle there for second, as it's still Scott Bentz in the runner-up spot this time by.
What a race for that second spot here behind your race leader, Lucas Isaacs. Isaacs will come to the line with 2 to go this time by, and they're still 3 wide. Ethan Isaacs, Mike Tanner, and Scott Bentz in a barn burner for the second spot. White flag will be out next time by.
Lucas Isaacs will lead him off a turn at number 4 once again, but all eyes stay glued on that battle for second as Scott Bentz wheels side by side with Mike Tanner. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go.
One more trip around the Humboldt Speedway here for the USRA B-Mods, Lucas Isaacs. He is driving away halfway home down the back straightaway. Still a great one for the runner-up spot, but into 3. And on a 4, USRA B-Mod feature winner, Lucas Isaacs in 6. Scott Bentz will come home second. Ethan Isaacs will be third. Mike Tanner 4, and Yancey Shepard in the top 5. There you have it. Checkered is out. Your USRA B-Mod. Amen. A 9-minuter. Last night it was a 6-minuter. Tonight it's a 9-minuter. Great job for the B-Mods.
His helmet is off. He will make his way out shortly. The driver of the prize car care, HBJ chassis, Usry Body Shop, number 6. Here he is, race fans. Lucas Isaacs going to get it done here on the final night of King of America, the B-Mods. Lucas, just tell us a little bit about that run out in your own zip code there for a while. Did anybody ever get by you that you could tell?
Initial start, Scott Bentz had a little moment down there, which wasn't really expecting, but cut underneath him and made it happen. And I don't know, I thought we were kind of tight, so I just drove the wheels off of it, and it worked out.
Couldn't make it here the first 2 nights, but $1,000 payday on the third night, a pretty good feel.
Absolutely. We're half the time we're just lucky to be here, and had to work Thursday, Friday, and had the day off, so figured we're already coming down to watch the big show. We might as well bring our car too, so we're here, and it's unbelievable.
Definitely a good decision. Who all helps you out on this 6 car that you'd like to thank and recognize?
Oh, we got everybody. The whole entire family. My grandpa's here. He drove up from Branson. Thank you for coming. We got JT, absolutely phenomenal engines. We build our own chassis, HPJ chassis, Extreme Rhino, Fry's Car Care. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting somebody. Brent Metro Metals and Usry Body Shop.
There you go, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there it is. Lucas Isaacs wins tonight's USRA B-Mod Ironman main event.
Thank you, Bryce. Congratulations again to Lucas Isaacs, tonight's B-Mod winner. And as we said, Scott Bentz, a great run. Brother Ethan Isaacs in the top 5 and down in victory lane, congratulating his brother. So we'll get some victory lane photos taken down in McCarthy victory lane here at the Humboldt Speedway, and then it's